Hey everybody, it's Cian, she, her. It's time for another loop of stories, so we are on the temple path. I don't know what truth we are going to learn on this path, but...
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood.
Those all
A
sound
jewel
pretty
only a
cool.
righteous man could give away.
I would
Were
let a
all
ruby
these
drink
things
blood.
the Iblis stone, long hidden in the buried temple, another ancient item that was only resurfacing now, drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals.
I guess so.
Sorry, mustache, thought Reynardo.
I must dash. I must dash everywhere. It's the only way to move, if you ask me. How do you even move if you're not dashing around? After all, we are a dashing adventurer. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, we can build it. We can build our last sword. Perfect. Now we can actually start upgrading the swords. Now we have all the swords. I'm gonna turn the volume down a touch, if I may. Okay, I think that'll be a little better. And we also have a new gem, which I'm gonna put on because we don't have any other gems and there's no reason not to use it. Oh, he was looking at the sword. I was like, why isn't he moving? Something I did fucked up. Oh no. But it was fine.
The air here tasted bitter. The steps were too tall for a person. The entire place felt restless, like it had been vexed to nightmare under the dust, waiting for its hour to come around at last.
Well, it's its hour now. Oh. Right, I'm supposed to do something with your sword, but also I have the shield breaker gem. Ooh. I did not get those counterattacks. That is not great for me. And one of these swords gives us health. Whoops. I hit B. I don't remember what B's supposed to do.
He couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
B does nothing? Maybe B does nothing. Okay, I can hit B all I want then.
Here, cawing in frustration, they were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Nope, we are right on time, actually. Yeah, I'm so close to another level up, but I'm not there yet. Listen, give me a fight here, and then I'll come back and get that level up. It's not gonna let me go back, is it? Oh. Shoot. Wow, you got a lot of use out of that enchantment, even once the enchanter was dead. Okay, I think I can get some smart use of my ice sword here. I think I would like a little more health, honestly. I think we wouldn't say no to a little health. Just a little more. At least maximum sword. Oh right, we have tier 3 upgrades now. Don't need that. Inflict damage on hooked enemies. Those are all interesting, but I am going for health.
That come in handy in a pinch.
More health is always a good thing. What is this? Fast through shield. Oh. Then stunning dash. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter too much since I can't get these bottom things yet. That's interesting. Oh, more max stamina. Okay, okay. I think a little more health is going to do us for the moment, but I'm thinking after that we get more of that counter damage, because You counter quite a bit in
When
this game.
Reynardo went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
I can't imagine why. But we get to go through all the doors now. No door is going to stand in our way. Wow, even got... So it doesn't give you a Chivo for making all the swords, but it gives you one for using all the swords. Interesting. Oh, more messages. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. Your score in the intelligence test. Always travel in pairs. Do not look at the engravings in the wall. Do not lose the hermetic box. If you hear a voice in your head, ignore it. Remember, the temple is haunted. Obviously. Like, duh. This is pretty good. Hear a voice, take the drowsy pill. This is reminding me of Oculus, all these instructions. Like, oh, if you just follow these instructions to the letter, it'll work out
Reynardo
good.
felt a little better.
And then, you know, Oculus happens. If you haven't seen Oculus, and you like horror, we really recommend Oculus. Oculus fucking blew us away. Oculus is a fucking trip. Looks like there's another thing over there, but I don't see how to get there. Okay.
You shall not.
Oh, really? You shall not pass? Come on, man. Oh, oh, whoa. You shall not pass is one of those references that got overused in like a year of Fellowship of the Ring releasing. You can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. It's like the Matrix scene. You know, when Matrix came out, everybody parodied the 360 shot. And it was quickly like, oh, you can't do this anymore. Everyone's done this.
Stay frosty.
See, that ice sword's pretty dang good. Oh, it's freezing left and right there. I like that. Like a sword that really, it seems like the best buy of the swords so far. Like, not that the others are bad, we just don't use their powers much. Physical resistance. That sounds super good. Holy shit, yes please. So, once we have more gems, we might get rid of attack before shield breaker. Attack speed. This allows one to heal oneself. That sounds pretty good.
His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
It's glowy now. So now our hero sword can also give us health, which I am going to use when we see more enemies, because I am low on health. I had a moment of, wait, I thought we got an upgrade, but we spent that one already, didn't we? So, where does this go? Oh, I guess this would be the other way you get here if you didn't go through the, ice door? Gonna actually make me switch swords.
A mysterious sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks. If that's what you really wanted.
I was like, that's a little iffy, but I guess it's just doing a Karate Kid reference, huh? I'm dead. Yeah, that's fine. I was a little low on health. Okay, I like getting these guys out of the way before I do anything else. So the heal isn't too much, but that is heal. That does heal quite a bit. It's not too much, but it is quite a bit. What?
Reynardo had once invested in a jewelry store, but it lost
Level
money
2.
because someone kept robbing it. Twist. It was him.
Level 2 physical resistance. Now we're cooking, baby. I did not get the counter. Let's use the rest of my energy to steal health. Can I not use that last pip of energy? Apparently not. Apparently I need more energy than that to actually use energy.
Next time, bring more birds.
There's a lot of references in this dialogue, isn't there? I don't know if we noticed that as much in the past, but... Oof, ouch. My bones.
The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
I assume that's not a Tomb Raider reference, though. Down the spiral staircase into the temple. Now, what's real interesting with this and Omensai is also time loopy.
There was a sign. Take the goat across first.
Take the goat across first. Is that a reference? I don't know. I don't know, boo-boo. Oh, that puts that wall up. Now we can go this way and put this wall up. Okay, cool. Is this the Iblis stone? The Iblis trigger?
Of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up.
Oh
Who said
boy.
It was the stone. Eager, thirsty.
I don't think we should have picked this thing up.
That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. Not the core, said the stone anxiously.
So it doesn't like the core. Well, I think we should go get the core then.
The stone.
I don't think we should listen to this stone, if you ask me.
To do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Skyripper. A weapon capable of challenging the gods.
Like, I'm not sure we
Even
should be
without
picking
its
up just the core, but
The core would still possess great power. He would go there.
it'll do something for us against the stone, right?
The moment he landed the Farfarer, Reynardo had a rare feeling of regret. It's not
No
too
regrets.
late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Food School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That
How
she
was that?
The Emperor's
How was
daughter.
that a secret?
No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
No, we're not listening to no stones today. Here's Zenobia. Proud of you, my daughter. Indicative. Oh, the islands are living? Interesting. The islands are a hive mind, and the nexus is the brain. Okay. But why is there a message for Zenobia here? Haha, no, we're not gonna run into Zenobia, right? Yeah, you go play with your bomb brothers. Oh. I got a Chivo for killing sword grunts, it looks like. This game has a lot of cool Chivos. I like a game where you're getting Chivos all the time. What can we say?
Reynardo remembered when he'd first stolen one of these.
Shield Breaker level 2. What makes it oh, it does damage too. Shield Breaker might be saying then. Yeah, I think attack speed. If we see a better gem than attack speed, we'll switch that out for something else. But for the moment, I'm really liking our gem loadout. Nothing over here in any sense? Okay. Guess not. Oh well.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Yeah? Like what? Like, what ferments for a long time? Like mead? Is it some mead, perhaps? Maybe some earth mead?
Breeze coming through that door. Had it been closed before?
So what happens if one of these things see us?
Wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead.
Gogglers are weird. Where did you guys get these things? How do they exist in your little fantasy furry world? I want a 12-page book report on the gogglers on my desk by tomorrow morning. Oh, Warlock.
Hero wall. Hero sword. Firewall. Fire. Extinguisher.
You see, I think lines of dialogue like that could really mislead the player on what they need, because you could read that and think, oh, I need the ice sword, and then find out you need the fire sword. I don't see that happening necessarily, because the game makes it pretty obvious, but it's weird to put in a line where it's like, fire extinguisher to get past firewall? And it's like, that could confuse.
Sense the jewel's power.
Whoa.
He had a feeling they were gonna be great friends.
Level 3 shield breaker. Baby.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. You're weak, whispered the stone. The call will kill you.
Will it? I think it'll be fine.
Afraid of it? Don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you so much as carry it. And if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically.
Now that part
Reynardo
is correct. It will explode.
Rocks that talked in his head.
It will explode if we use it. So we should concern ourselves with that element. See, I think it'd be a little smarter to throw those boom guys, but throwing requires holding a button down, and we just don't do that. We don't hold buttons down in combat.
His chest had
We mash
teaspoons
buttons.
stolen from every inn in Boreas.
Treasure hunter.
Oh, something more useful.
Teaspoons stolen from every inn. That's actually quite impressive. Like, you gotta figure there are quite a few inns in Boreas, right? Like, let's say like 10 inns. Well, you still have to go to all 10 of those inns to get all those teaspoons, right? I don't know. I'm impressed. Maybe I shouldn't be.
Couldn't be good for global warming.
I mean, what's good for global warming is irrelevant when, like, you know, global warming is just being caused by... Ooh, did not quite time that one right. Global warming is being caused by all the people in power just not giving a shit. Yeah, let's bump our countering attack up.
Cool. Wish I could do that.
It's... Treasure Hunter does not sound like it is worth replacing attack speed for it, but we have to get a look at it before I can know that for sure. Ah, I didn't counter you in time. It's okay, I can suck your blood. I'd say suck your dick, but you're Raven, so it'd just be a cloaca, right? I don't want to suck no cloaca. That sounds bad. It sounds gross. Suck cloaca, ew. Ew. No thank you.
As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical.
Yeah, that's
He
okay.
had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core.
Well, this will be
Right.
interesting.
He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Reynardo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. I can't hear you, he sang out. And you? It didn't answer. Ha, he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind.
Yeah.
He felt invincible.
Intelligence
It was time to attack
wins
the
again.
Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
How wise was he? We could talk to the scientists. Or we could just fight some enemies. Tough choice. I know we've done both these stages before, so that's... Well, they don't even feel like the same stage when you do them again at a different path. I guess we should find out what we created.
As the Farfarer made its way toward the Nexus, Reynardo watched sparks fly out of the core. The Iblis stone sucked them in hungrily. You'd think the stone would want this kind of power, wouldn't
Those
it?
subtitles did not
Reynardo.
match that dialogue.
Well, the scientists would explain it all. This time, Reynardo was sure he'd figured out how to use the core safely.
Oh, so we get a special message because we've already been down Skyripper path. That's fun.
See? He'd trusted his gut, and it had worked out. That's what it meant to be a hero. To ignore the naysayers and the oddmakers, and do what you knew was right, and have it turn out to be the right thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't worried. Once he got to the observatory, the scientist toads could explain it. Then he could carry the war into the enemy's camp and destroy them all.
Yeah. Destruction.
He was getting a little bloodthirsty, wasn't he?
Oh, bloodthirsty's not bad. Just a little bloodthirstiness
He
to
once met
keep
a
you
pirate
going.
captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
I'm sure it was something stupid like Captain Dumbass. Captain Grapple. You're a warlock. I want you out of the way first. I did not counter that on purpose. I'm glad I countered that, but I definitely was not trying to. So, what do you think we have now, exactly? Jupe, you're so cute. You're such a cute baby, Jupe.
Reynardo had never felt better in his life. Normally, a battle would wear him down and he would need a night's sleep. Now he felt like he could go all night and all day. He felt like people were cheering him on.
Have we been
and
sleeping
you could
between,
practically
like,
hear
all
their
our
applause as he
battles?
slew one raven after another.
I don't know about this one. I think Reynardo's starting to lose it a little.
The Iblis Stone.
Power
and the
going to
Sky
his
River
head and all that.
Two artifacts from the time of legends. Reynardo was becoming a legendary hero, wasn't he? He had enough power to save the rebellion, but he had to understand this power, so he would not misuse
Yeah,
it.
I don't wanna destroy the universe again, but I got a feeling we will. So that's 30%. That's pretty cool. Set to increase chance of rare loot by 1%. 1%'s fucking nothing, man. I ain't going for 1% of nothing. Like,
Building these platforms was so expensive.
unless I was like extremely, you know, looking for treasure, 1% ain't doing nothing for me. 1%. Get out of here with your 1%. You've done this like 3 times now, and it's no less tricky. Or I'm not gonna say it's unfun, but I don't think it's the most fun I have playing this game is moving those platforms back and forth. The walls, not the platforms. I'm moving walls. Oh, there's warlocks for days. I do feel pretty strong, but I think that's more because of the gems we've gotten. Gems and the powers. We're just getting strong because time. I don't know if the Iblis Stone's doing that.
What was it again?
What was it again? What have you learned, Reynardo? Nothing? Quite possibly. Reynardo does not seem like the brightest tool in the knife drawer. If you don't mind me mixing several metaphors. Just so intense here.
The toads at the observatory measured the stone with their occult devices. I fed it the core of Sky River, explained Reynardo. No more feed me blood and souls.
But the core is not an unlimited energy source,
said one toad. Another said,
there's a feedback loop, you see, which could overload the stone.
The stone doesn't actually feed on souls,
claimed a third.
but on pain of killing another sentient being. If you can truly be at peace with yourself, it would not overload.
Okay, so I need to find inner peace?
At peace? Yes, the mountains were peaceful and quiet, but he now had the power to turn the tides. He should report to the Rebellion Council and prepare for the decisive battle.
Should we try to find inner peace? I don't think we're gonna find peace anytime soon. Let's go to the Rebellion.
Reynardo couldn't make sense of anything.
We ain't gonna get a we ain't gonna go to the mountains and find inner peace all of a sudden.
The Iblis Stone had made him a power in his own right. The core had kicked the Iblis Stone out of his head by filling it with more power than it could eat. It was time to meet the leadership of the rebellion. It was time to go to the ruins where they had hidden their secret base.
Like, just point me somewhere, you know? Glorious Discoverer.
He was ready for anything the Ravens could
Oh,
throw
we've
at him.
set foot on every island.
Sword felt
What
ready
is the
too.
fourth path going
It
to be?
seemed to know what he wanted most.
I don't know. Rally the rebels. Like, we figure either the fourth path is going to be like some new level is going to unlock, which is going to take us down there. But it just said we've seen all the islands, so maybe the fourth path is
always wanted to do that.
maybe the fourth path is going to be special in some way. Maybe it's based on doing certain things with the stone, but normally paths kind of don't diverge like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll goggle it if we have to. I think it's going to be pretty easy to figure out, though. This isn't really the type of game where it wants to frustrate you. It wants to make you
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
Oh yeah, we've done that. This isn't the type of game that seems to want you to have to figure out its time loop secrets, you know? Some games it's like you go into the time, like Outer Wilds. There we go. Outer Wilds is really a game where you have to figure out the time loop secrets. What have you got? Why are you
For a
enchanted?
moment, I wished that somebody had been watching.
Oh, treasure hunter level 2. I bet that's gonna be a little better than 1%. At least I hope it is. So that just takes me back here. Okay. So I want to go the other way then. One of the other ways. How about this other way? Oh, there's a chest down there. Oh, there's a fire door up here though. What have we got in our fire door?
You never knew where the road would take you, thought Reynardo.
It just kind of takes you forward. Just move. Oh, another chest. Okay. Another gem? Elemental resistance. What's elemental resistance do? Okay. Let's go. Increases resistance to spell damage by 20%, but we kind of avoid spells by just running away from them. Ooh, 2%. Well, call the bank boys. We got 2%. Yeah, that's all you need. It's just 2%. See, what if I? Oh, well, I was gonna try throwing him, but then I got messed up in there. So.
This was almost fun. Pain of killing another sentient being? What was that toad talking about anyway? He felt no pain, only pleasure as each filthy raven fell by his sword
is just
and the
fun.
stone glowed brighter and brighter. And all the while, those voices were cheering him on, like he was
so
in
you are
the
still
arena,
hearing voices,
winning
though.
bout after bout.
That might not be good. You sometimes don't want to hear voices still. Got a Chivo for killing gogglers, apparently. Okay. Can I get through? I still... Oh, I found out what happens if a goggler sees you.
How do you tell if someone's far away, or just really small?
You try and pick it up. That's how you tell. If you can pick it up, it's probably just small. If you pick it up, it's probably far away. The game lagged for a second, and I was worried I was gonna see Fatal Error again. We have spent every episode since our first just being like, oh no. I hope we never see Fatal Error again.
Stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Oops. That's not good. There we go. Okay, health back. I just had to switch swords on the fly. That was a little tough to do. What I'm doing when I need to switch swords on the fly is actually taking my right hand away. Because, you know, my left hand is moving. And I want to keep being able to move. So yeah, I take my right hand away and then put it on the D-pad. There's got to be a better way, but there's not. Huh, the door opens. It looks like there's something real fun in there.
Ice walls only let you through if they knew you were cool.
Ice walls only let hipsters through like a while ago because they got there before it was cool. I don't know, man. Hey, attack speed too.
He slew and slew across the ruins and into the labyrinth that hid the secret rebel base. He was surprised not to see any defenders or even any of the council toads. When he
Base
reached the
empty?
council chambers, there were still no toads, only filthy ravens. Stop him! He's gone mad!
Okay. Well,
One raven shouted until he had hacked them all down. There was not a single toad anywhere. No doubt they'd all been
Bud.
taken prisoner.
Come on,
So it was
Bud.
up to him to take revenge upon
Reynardo.
the Imperial fleet. But where had they taken the council? It couldn't be good that the Empire had not only found the secret rebel base,
Reynardo, come on.
or captured everyone
You're the
there.
one killing
No
them.
matter. He was on a roll. He headed full speed towards the Imperial fleet. He would be the fox who took
I
down
liked
100
that part
warships.
in
He charged.
Dungeon Meshi, where the illusion spell happens to Kabu's party, and he has to quickly figure out like who everyone actually
The
is
Imperial
by
fleet
their
was huge and deadly.
fun
But he
till
was
Daddy
deadlier.
took the Iblis away.
The crowd was cheering him on. He could practically hear it. Reynardo, the hero of the rebellion.
Reynardo, the slaughterer of everybody. But yeah, that was a fun part. I liked that bit where it's like how they see through the illusion based on how their party members are. You know?
It was time for a little exploration.
It was time for a little exploration. Where the hell am I? This is like the mountains, isn't it? Am I on a different stage? So red chests always... Ooh, energy on kill. Ooh. That's gonna be interesting. So red chests always give you a gem, so how exactly would the what does the rare treasure actually increase? I don't understand that bit. There's nobody on these ships.
As he slew his way across
We
the
haven't
fleet,
slewed a single
Reynardo
person,
could
Ray.
hear a small voice whispering in his ear. Look at your gauntlet, you idiot, it said. Oh, for heaven's sake, he thought. Can't I be alone in my own head?
No,
Look at the stone. I'm busy, told the voice.
not allowed.
Talk later. Then it will be too late, cried the voice. Don't be so bloody thick. Piss off, he told the voice and kept up his slaying.
Well, Reynardo's kind of fallen to the stone in a way he did not expect. Like, we
There was an
did not
inscription.
kill some Zenobia.
Praised the sun.
Oh, like Dark Soul. My health. My health. No, I need to counter too because my health. Okay, I am out of health. Or I am out of sword energy. I'm gonna be out of both before too long, but for now it's the energy. And then you get this part where you go past the cannons.
You're hooked.
And then I think that's about the end of the final level. Like, they always change it up a little, but there's some ways this final level stays the same every single time. And what is up with those torches anyways? I still don't know what's up with those. Okay, I was worried that was gonna like shoot fire out or something. Which would not have been great for me with my lack of health. So they can now we're just getting enchanted units that are just pre-enchanted. You don't need an enchanter anymore. I guess that's the way of giving like a new level of enemy. It's just to pre-enchant them. It feels weird to make this whole deal about take care of the enchanters, and then it's like, well, there are some guys who don't care. You know? Some guys just don't care about no enchantment.
There was the Emperor. Reynardo cut down his elite guard. The exalted Toad cowered fearfully. He had sought to evade death and only made death come to him faster. Reynardo savored the moment. And then, too quick, it was over. He stood over the dead Emperor.
Death to tyranny! He shouted. Go, House, go!
Zenobia stepped out of the shadows.
You have to stop, she said. You've killed everyone. Our ravens, your
Yeah,
rebels.
you
You
fucking
know, the
slaughtered.
whole rebel council. What? Oh, the ravens killed the council. Yeah, big idiot. They don't even know what the secret base is. Shouted Lapino, who was with her for some reason. Look at the stone, said Zenobia. It was black as night. Blacker. But I fed it the core, said Reynardo. It was glowing. Well, who needs a core? He said, and he attacked. Zenobia conjured her best, and Lapino hopped around like a mad rabbit, but he killed them both easily.
I am unstoppable.
I
He
kind of
erected
like
the
Psycho
blood-soaked
Reynardo
walls.
ending.
I alone shall
Just
be emperor.
killed everybody.
A tiny voice inside him screamed, "That doesn't even sound like you big fanny. The stone has stolen your mind." But he ignored it. Who
Iblis
listens
Stone
to
pretty
voices
fucked
in
up.
their heads
I liked
anyway?
it.
Madmen, that's who.
Pretty good route. Pretty good story we created.
Just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing
No
burning
pain, no
Ubar.
gain.
The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Okay, so wait, let's look at our truths. Lapino is a traitor. Iblis Stone corrupts anyone. And the Sky Ripper core is unstable. So if we end up just back at the book, maybe there's a way we can figure out how to put these together? I don't know. The Iblis Stone corrupted just seems like, well, we better avoid the fucking Iblis Stone, huh? Let's look at our story. Find the gem, find the core, meet the scientists. Well, we met the council, but we just kind of went through them. Hero ignores personal safety to cheerfully fight for the rebellion. I think we ignored more than just personal safety there.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this.
The
There was a
Path
way
of
through to
Destinies,
victory.
that's the
could
subtitle
feel
of the
it.
game.
He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
So,
It
what?
was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also,
I don't think
a
so.
temple had risen out of
So
empty
that just
desert.
goes bad
The
path.
Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take
But
its
it corrupts
power without
anyone who
surrendering
uses
to
it.
its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion.
I mean, it's not
that
just
Lapino
strong,
had
it's
betrayed the
confirmed at
rebellion.
this point.
But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Okay, so what route do we go down then? Because we've gone down all of these routes. Can I just back out here? No, I have to pick something before I can continue with the game. Okay, I'm gonna take a look and see if I can figure out how to get on our last route then. Okay. Okay, I looked at stuff. I found something that helps. It looks like... Well, I'll just start us here. Because it looks like as long as we get the armature of the Sky Ripper and then go to find Zenobia, we should be on our final path. What am I doing? We should be on our final path.
Every child
So,
knew
I'm
about
gonna go
the
this way. There's a few...
The
The
transcendent
Zenobia
emperor
path
had
has
buried
a
it
few
pieces
ways.
deep.
It's not as simple as some of the other
Then,
ones.
this emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface.
Well,
Reynardo wasn't exactly sure how
it
to
doesn't...
use
It's
the
not
legendary
based so
weapon.
purely on first choice,
Surely,
but...
there must be some way to do it.
It looks
without
like there are
provoking
several
another
ways we could have
catastrophe.
ended up on the
Had
Zenobia
he
path regardless.
somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth. It was more than Reynardo
Anyways,
could
I'm just
fathom.
chatting over this.
But if
I
he
was
could
just
find a
looking...
legendary weapon,
I just wanted to
he
get
would use
in a
it.
stopping point. So next time, we'll go through our last path.
As he set foot in the
We
island,
will find the truth
Reynardo
of
couldn't-
Zenobia. We will pause the game here. Yeah, so next time we will go down, find the last truth, and that will unlock something, or we will just keep... Or that will just be the end of the game. So, see us next time for that, and we'll find out together. Bye, everybody.